Yo, what's good, y'all? Man, we got Deadpool Wolverine link, post-credit scene, spoiler warning. Oh shit, spoiler warning. You feel me, man? I've been scrolling on Twitter. People get saying there's only one post-credit scene, man. They say no spoiler though. You feel me? Everybody been watching. Everybody watched it. You know what I mean? That was at New York yesterday, I think. Yeah, it was yesterday. You know, red carpet. Everybody watched it. Not everybody, but you know, people that's what I mean, that that watch, what I'm saying, that do content, or like me, but you know what I'm saying, but that be heavy on movies and shit. They watch it, and you got other people too. They do a lot of shit. But yeah though, man, and yeah, I mean, of course, it's gonna get linked out. You feel me? People keep saying one post credit scene. That's all they can tell us. But my boy, you know what I'm saying, they always come with, you know what I mean, with the news and shit. So yeah, if y'all like it, we like it too. So yeah.
What's going on, guys? Welcome to Everything Always. My name's Michael Roman, aka Allfires. Now, normally we post our post-credit scene video on Thursday when the film is released across the USA, but unfortunately, because of international releases and what is now spreading online because there are leaks everywhere for what happened in this film, we're going to go ahead and do our post-credit video today. What I will do is issue a major spoiler warning. If you have made it this far, the movie literally comes out tomorrow, you do not want to know what the post-credit scene is. Two things. Number one,
I want to know what the post-credit scene is. I'm gonna watch it regardless. Anyway, I'm gonna give them my money and watch it regardless. It ain't gonna affect me no type of way though. But I might go to sleep though. You know what I mean? That's what it might do that. But other than that, like, it won't affect me no type of way though.
back out of this video. Number two, close your social media, because I was unable to open Instagram or Twitter without starting to see these details flash in front of me, which is why I figure it's probably time to do this video anyway, because who's kidding who, it's all getting out there. So obviously, major spoiler warning. If you don't want to know the post-credit scene for Deadpool and Wolverine, now would be the time to back out. We ain't mad at you. If you want to go into the unknown, not know, and go see it, come back and see us tomorrow. We'll still be here. In the meantime, let's get into the post-credit scene for Deadpool and Wolverine and explain the context of the scene, as it definitely ties to a major cameo appearance that happens earlier in the film. We're going to break it all down, but first, a quick reminder, we're doing our next play.
Yeah, I heard that. I mean, I heard there's a lot of shit. I mean, but we already know there's a lot of shit that we still don't know about. They show us shit, but we still don't know what's going on. So I'm already knowing a lot of cameos and shit, you feel me, that we still don't know about till we watch the movie and shit. So
PlayStation giveaway on Friday. All you got to do, be a sub, leave a comment.
I heard about it, but I don't think that's true or not. So do gotta watch it.
So make sure to hit that sub button and drop a comment down below. Also, my band Allfires is playing our very first show in Atlanta, Georgia on September 1st. So if you live in the area or you plan on being in town for one of the million things going on that weekend, like Dragon Con, tickets are cheap, only $15 but limited. So we would love to see you guys at the show. I'll leave a link down in the description and in the comments. And if you do come by, make sure to stick around after the set and say hi. I'll definitely be hanging out. Okay, so in order to explain the post-credit scene, I've got to explain some other scenes that are in the film. Again, last-minute spoiler warning. If you don't want to know, back out. But when Deadpool and Wolverine first get sent to the Void, which is where they fight, we've seen that fight several times in the trailer, they're approached by a character that's draped in shadow and red, white, and blue. Sort of tell it's Chris Evans. He steps forward, the joke and gag obviously being you think it's going to be Chris Evans, Steve Rogers, Captain America, and it's Chris Evans, Johnny Storm, Human Torch, returning from the Fox Fantastic Four franchises. Now the three of them, Wolverine, Deadpool, and Johnny Storm, are all brought to Cassandra Nova.
Oh, Johnny Storm gonna be in that bit? But from Chris Evans, oh yeah, Johnny Storm, yeah.
And when they get there, Deadpool is trying to...
I forgot he played Johnny Storm, Chris Evans.
To explain to Cassandra Nova how much SHIT that Johnny Storm has been talking. He explains how R-rated and vulgar it is, and because we have the impression of Chris Evans, Captain America, as such a clean and non-profane character, Remember him calling out Tony Stark for profanity in Age of Ultron. It's just so out of character from what you expect, but Deadpool is emphatic that no, indeed, this Johnny Storm has talked a lot of SHIT about her. It was extremely R-rated, extremely vulgar, and of course, Johnny Storm's trying to defend himself and be like, no, I never said any of that. I don't even know what those words are. And even though Johnny Storm is trying to defend himself and say that none of these things are true, Cassandra Nova kills him, and that's where you...
Damn, he kills them? I kind of figured because it's only one and done cameo, so it ain't like he gonna be there. It's like Doctor Strange, you know, WandaVision killed Charles and all the, because it's only one and done and shit. It's just for the movie, you know, for the fans and shit.
Cue up the post-credit scene. We see Deadpool re-entering the TVA, and he wants to be able to capture this moment. It then cues in on Deadpool and Wolverine in that exact same scene, tied up in the metal sphere alongside Johnny Storm. And of course, what Deadpool said was right. No one wanted to believe him, but you have Johnny Storm, of course played by Chris Evans, who also played Steve Rogers, sitting there on the most profane tirade of all time. And of course, the gag is, in the post-credit scene, that it runs on for quite a long time. A lot longer than it needs to. So obviously Deadpool was telling the truth, and because it's such a different look for a character for someone like Chris Evans, there was a subversion of expectation there that no way he was saying those things. Obviously Deadpool was lying, but he wasn't, and he wanted to record it to the tempad for safekeeping and proof that he was telling the truth. So basically the whole thing is a big gag and paying off a scene earlier in the film instead of Marvel's normal MO, where they go ahead and introduce a brand new character, promise that that character...
Yeah, fact, you know, that same old post-credit scene, they bring, like, oh, and they be like, oh, shit. And then we ain't gonna say that motherfucker till when? Shit, I don't know. You feel me? Shit, you know what I mean? It's being blood. Shit, it'll be 10 years, 20 years, 30 years. You feel me? You stand and see eternal shit. But you know what I'm saying? It's cool.
Will return, and then we never see them again for another 4 or 5 years.
Yeah, I'm saying, we ain't gonna see them for 4 or 5 years. Shit, by that time, we be like, damn. But they famous doing that shit though. They love doing that, man. Hey, but we love Marvel for it.
I personally have no problem with them using Chris Evans as Steve Rogers and as also Johnny Storm in this capacity, only because it served the film for what the film was going to be. I do not think that this will become the norm in the MCU. I just think it was a crazy one-off they knew they could get away with without many consequences, and again would really subvert the expectations, because we see Chris Evans, we think Steve Rogers, we think pure. Instead it was a version of Johnny Storm that was absolutely nuts, and that's super off-brand for Marvel, but definitely 100% on brand for Deadpool and Wolverine. Speaking of which, and to my audience who definitely watch a majority of my videos every day, most of you guys know what you're in for, and so I had no real ethical qualms about making this video. Like I said, I normally wait until the Thursday when the movie drops, but it's basically already everywhere on the internet. I'm not just going to pretend like it's not. But when it comes to the sort of cameos, the spoilers of it all, and especially now for Marvel movies, this is no different than anything else we've been dealing with and for quite some time. I mean, I know it was a long time ago, but even past Spider-Man No Way Home, if you guys remember, there was a cam for Avengers Endgame where a lot of the major scenes with foreign subtitles that started making its rounds the week the movie was coming out, like 3 or 4 days early. This has always been part of the fandom, it's always been part of what happens when movies get released in theaters, and I've sort of had my own going back and forth, but I don't really ever break any more scoops, and when I find out stuff about Marvel movies, I will just hold on to it until other scoopers break it. Then it's fair game, because I'm not the one that's actually leaking the information.
Oh yeah, tight.
As it turns out, for Deadpool and Wolverine, the reason that I bring this up was that we had several industry insider sources going over what was happening in the film over the last 6 months. I know people were pointing to some of those early plot leaks at the end of last year, all the Magneto ultimatum stuff and Wanda. None of that turned out to be true, and Marvel themselves even indicated that there may have been fake leaks that were leaked onto the internet in order to
I heard that shit on Twitter. They you know, fake links.
Provide misdirects for what would be happening in the film. But if you take a look at just the brass tacks of what a lot of the industry insiders said over the last 6 months, as it pertains to this, the post-credit scene, but other major plot details, they were actually pretty accurate. They got a lot of it right, a lot more right than they got wrong, which has been about the case For a lot of these industry insiders for the last 2 or 3 years, their track records just continually prove themselves, and that's why we are more and more comfortable here at the channel re-reporting on them. But you guys let me know all your thoughts down below. Does this post-credit scene shock you, especially knowing that at some point they were going for a cameo from Robert Downey Jr., and we knew when all of the industry insiders didn't want to spoil this, that it had to be one of like 2 or 3 names, Tobey Maguire or Andrew Garfield, Chris Evans or Tony Stark. There's only so many cameos that would leave the industry insiders speechless, so not a total shocker this ended up being one of them. Let me know all your thoughts and reactions down below, guys, and quickly,
I ain't gonna lie, I would never know
let's
that was,
get into the giveaways
that was a cameo.
Stuff before I let you go. Alright, we're still giving away PlayStation 5s at the channel. The next one happens to be on Friday.
But yeah, but anyway, let me know what y'all feeling on the Johnny Storm. You feel me? Chris Evans on the major one of the cameos that we heard about. So let me know how y'all feeling, man. Let me know. I say, you know what I mean? Let me know. You feel me? But yeah, like it up. So let me know y'all watching the movie this weekend or other weekends or this month or next month. You know what I mean? Like, let me know when y'all watching. Alright, peace.